My name is Brinley Shaw, the only daughter of the prestigious Shaw family, one of Blairen's most powerful dynasties. For my husband, Colin Parlich, I quit my job, cut ties with my family, determined to be his perfect wife. Married for 2 years, he was gentle and caring, never made me suffer. Apart from never being intimate with me, he was almost the perfect husband. Until that day, when I brought our marriage certificate to buy our dream house.
Mrs. Palmer, the system isn't pulling up your marriage registration record.
What do you mean by that?
Probably just a system error. You can confirm it directly at City Hall.
I held that marriage certificate, my fingers trembling. A voice inside me kept saying, something must be wrong.
Ma'am, the document you've presented is counterfeit. Our records show no marriage registration whatsoever between you and Mr. Colin Palmer.
This can't be. If you believe you've been deceived, it's best to report the matter to the authorities. That marriage certificate I treasured for 2 years was fake. The man I thought I'd spend my life with had woven an enormous lie. I couldn't accept it. I went to his office to confront him. I rounded the corner and stopped. Through a glass wall, I saw Colin passionately kissing a woman. His first love, Millie Russell. You still haven't told her, have you? About us?
I'm a coward. When you left to pursue your career abroad, I was heartbroken. Then Brinley came along. She reminded me so much of you that I finally felt alive again.
So you made her my substitute? Forged a marriage certificate to make her believe you were legally bound? Colin, you really are something.
Yes, I'm greedy. I want your fire, and I want her gentleness. I even let myself imagine how perfect it would be if the two of you could coexist peacefully.
Coexist peacefully? Colin, you really are delusional. Who wants to coexist with a substitute? But I am curious. Does she know she's just a counterfeit?
She won't ever know. She's so naive, never questions a thing. She has no idea you're even pregnant with my child.
Then when are you going to tell her? You can't expect me to just wait around forever. Colin, I don't have the patience to play this game with you.
I'll figure something out. Just give me a little more time.
In that moment, I felt like a complete and utter joke. I turned and walked away. Tears filled my eyes. I tilted my head up and took a deep breath, stubbornly refusing to let them fall. Then I dialed a number I hadn't called in 2 years. Dad, I've changed my mind. Tell the Moores, my answer is yes. From today on. The Brinley who had humbled herself for love was dead. 3 months later, I returned to Bleon, invited to the Knight family's annual charity gala. Half of Bleon's elite had gathered there. I had intended to keep a low profile, dismissing the bodyguards the Knight family's butler, Caden, had arranged for me. But even in the simplest attire, I still drew everyone's attention. Isn't that Brinley Shaw? Oh my god, what is she doing here? I heard Colin dumped her after she cheated on him. It was a whole spectacle. How does she still have the nerve to show up? Across the hall, Colin was mingling with guests, his arms strapped around Millie's waist. Hearing the commotion, he turned and looked over. Colin pushed through the crowd and rushed right up to me, firing one accusation after another.
What are you doing here? And why did you disappear without a single word? Do you know how much time and money I spent trying to find you? Tell me you didn't actually throw me away for someone else? Like all those whispers claim.
His accusation drew every gaze in the hall towards me, all filled with judgment and anticipation for a spectacle. Millie, who had rushed after him, quickly grabbed Colin's arm and gently tried to soothe him. Colin, please, calm down. Talk this through. Miss Shaw must have had her reasons for vanishing without a word. Millie turned to me, her face full of feigned sympathy.
Miss Shaw, I understand if you still carry feelings for Colin, but you should move on. Disappearing and then showing up again like this, surely you know it only makes things harder for everyone.
Her words, disguised as soothing counsel, only painted me as a desperate clinger. The whispers around us grew sharper and more merciless.
Exactly. What is she after, hanging around here like this when Colin has already moved on? Millie is being awfully generous. If it were me, I would have snapped by now.
This is the Knight family's event. They don't just let anyone wander in. Did she slip past security? Someone needs to toss her out.
Brinley, I know you regret leaving me. Just apologize. Out of respect for our past, I could put in a word with Mrs. Knight and help you stay.
I didn't acknowledge him at all. Instead, I picked up my glass and took a sip. Just then, a stocky middle-aged man walked over. He appeared to be the assistant to the event organizer.
Miss, this is a private event. If you don't have an invitation, I'll have to ask you to leave.
Brinley, you'd really rather be tossed out like this than give me an answer? Or even an apology?
Miss Shaw, be sensible. Apologize to Colin. With all these eyes on you, why put yourself through more shame?
Everyone was waiting to see me humiliated, but I lifted my gaze, looking past Colin and Millie toward the figure strolling quickly toward us.
What is going on here?
The moment Caden appeared, everyone fell silent.
Mrs. Shaw, I deeply apologize for disrespect you've endured. The fault is entirely mine for failing to discipline my staff. Please forgive this lapse.
He turned to Matthew, his voice turning icy.
Who gave you the right to disgrace the Knight family in front of everyone? Mrs. Knight has always taught us to treat every guest with respect. Did you assume our invitations were handed out carelessly, or that our security was too lax for you to take seriously?
With every word Caden spoke, Matthew's face grew paler.
Mrs. Shaw, please forgive this embarrassment. I'll deal with him immediately. Would you prefer to rest in the VIP lounge, or?
I'll go along with whatever arrangements Mrs. Knightle has made.
Understood. The lounge has been set with refreshments. Mrs. Knight was just speaking of you.
His words drew another collective gasp. No one could believe that Mrs. Knight, the undisputed queen of Bleon's real estate world, a woman even the mayor referred to, was personally hosting me, just as Caden was leading me toward the staircase. Matthew suddenly dropped to his knees.
Miss Shaw, please, accept my apologies for my earlier rudeness. Please, grant me mercy just this once.
You've broken the family rules. That's why you're fired. Not because of Miss Shaw. Escape him out. Notify HR. His employment is terminated and he will never be rehired.
I didn't slow my steps. I didn't even look back. I made my way straight to the second floor VIP lounge. I pushed open the door. Inside sat a tall, striking man with sharp brows and piercing eyes. I looked up instinctively and found him looking right back at me. His name was Austin Moore, my new husband. He'd been overseas for 3 months. This was the first time we'd seen each other since our marriage. His appearance, his commanding aura, his physique, all of it was far superior to Colin's in every possible way. Austin and I stood there, staring at each other in silence. Before either of us could say a word, a sudden commotion came from the doorway. Several business partners rushed in, eagerly crowding around Austin to curry favor.
Mr. Moore, we've been waiting anxiously for your arrival.
You're always occupied with work. It's rare to catch a glimpse of you.
I was immediately pushed aside. Fortunately, Mrs. Knight stepped forward just in time to smooth things over.
Mr. Moore will be spending plenty of time with you today, so there's no need to hurry. Please, take a seat and have some tea first.
She walked over, pulled me back from the sidelines, and introduced me to everyone.
This is Ms. Brinley Shaw. She's here today to share some of her business insights with you.
But the moment my name was spoken, it drew a wave of mocking laughter.
Mrs. Shaw, you are indeed easy on the eyes, but your judgment, perhaps not as impressive. You cut ties with your own family for a man becoming nothing but a subject of ridicule in Blairin. If you're that desperate for a man's approval, maybe you should stick to family matters instead of meddling in business.
Mr. Simpson!
What surprised me was that Austin walked slowly toward me, reached out and brushed a strand of hair back behind my ear, then slipped an arm naturally around my waist.
So, in your opinion, Mr. Simpson, my wife doesn't measure up to your standards?
I saw Oliver's face instantly fill with unease.
Mrs. Moore, my apologies. Mr. Moore, they say you have no interest in women, but clearly you have exquisite taste. You prefer the beautiful ones.
Though he was offering a compliment, his eyes clearly conveyed subtle contempt. Austin didn't argue. Instead, he studied me with interest, clearly curious about how I would handle the situation. I sneered inwardly, but kept a perfectly measured smile on my face.
Mr. Simpson, your words remind me of something. I once heard that some influential businessmen have a fondness for keeping several young women at once. They are really shameless. Surely you've heard such rumors too?
Oliver's face went white instantly. His habit of keeping mistresses was an open secret in our circle. My remark, though vague on the surface, was a clear jab at him. But with Austin standing beside me, he dared not lash out. Instead of speculating about others, wouldn't it be wiser to tend to your own affairs?
You wouldn't want your reputation to go up in flames one day. I caught a flicker of admiration in Austin's eyes.
All right, everyone, let's not take it too seriously. Come, let's sit down. No need to crowd around.
Oliver looked stiff and displeased, but he sat down, not daring to retort. Only then did Austin lean closer, whispering in my ear.
Quite the impression you've made, my dear wife.
Like what you saw?
Austin only smirked, deciding not to reply. Instead, he gripped my waist even tighter. Austin was hardly ever seen at social events like this, so his appearance today drew a flood of people eager to strike up conversations. I sat quietly at his side, playing the role of the doodle ornament. I finally couldn't sit still any longer. I need to use the restroom.
Don't take too long. Come back soon.
I nodded and left the lounge. Just as I stepped out of the restroom, a figure reeking of alcohol staggered into my path.
Brinley.
Mr. Palmer, please control yourself.
Brinley, I've realized how wrong I was. Give me another chance. I can't do without you. These 3 months apart, I've missed you so much I feel like I'm going mad.
Enough. I don't want to hear any more of your nonsense. Colin, listen, we're done. Stay away from me, or I promise you'll regret it.
But the drunken Colin suddenly lunged forward, trying to grab me, even trying to kiss me.
Brinley, just give me one more chance, please.
Get lost!
I sidestepped his embrace and drove the heel of my shoe into his abdomen with all the force I could muster. He let out a cry of pain, bending over and clutching his stomach. But I didn't give him time to recover. My other foot followed, aimed precisely between his legs. He collapsed on the floor, curling up miserably, cold sweat soaking through his shirt. He couldn't even speak. A few guests nearby were drawn by the commotion, their eyes filled with shock. Colin, take this as your warning. If you dare try this again, you'll regret it far more than you do now. I stood up, smoothed my dress, and walked away. What I didn't know was that Austin, having just finished his conversation, had witnessed the entire scene. He stood not far away, a knowing smile playing at the corner of his lips. The banquet wound down and guests began to leave. I had just reached the exit when a sleek black Maybach pulled up to block my way. The window rolled down, revealing Austin's striking face.
Get in.
Mr. Moore, I have my own car.
I already had it sent back. Now get in.
I want to return to my own place.
Your place? Brinley, we're married. That means we're supposed to live together.
No buts. I prepared our new home 3 months ago. Now, you're coming back with me.
His tone was domineering, yet strangely inoffensive. I looked into his deep eyes and fell silent for a few seconds. I knew Austin never made empty threats, and besides, I really did need a fresh start. I took a deep breath, opened the car door, and slid inside.
Drive.
The black Maybach slipped silently into traffic, and finally stopped before a villa halfway up the mountain. He circled around and opened the door for me. I stepped out and looked up at the enormous building before me.
From today onward, this is your home.
Under the glow of the lights, his profile was striking, almost godlike in its perfection. I nodded and followed him inside. The door had barely clicked shut. Austin suddenly turned around. He planted one hand against the door behind me, trapping me between himself and the wood panel. I was so nervous I didn't know what to do.
You weren't this reserved at the banquet, my dear wife. What's wrong? Nervous now that you're in your own home? Don't you think you've forgotten there's still one thing we haven't done?
What thing?
What newlyweds are supposed to do on their wedding night. We've been married 3 months now. Don't you think it's time we made up for it?
My face instantly flushed, my heart pounding so fast it felt like it might leap out of my throat. So this was his plan all along, bringing me home.
Don't move.
The next second, he lowered his head and kissed me. And I forgot to breathe.